Okay, so to go along with the walkthrough of the how-to for the midterm, I want to show you some examples of student created midterms. These are their plans for their website, though it's not functioning as a website yet. And I just want to show you some examples of what students have been able to do in the same time frame with the same skills taught. So first up, I just have a sort of a typical artist website, I guess. So in her case, her art tends to be very colorful, and so she has a lot of color she's put in here. There's a welcome page, the bio, gallery set up nice and neat in a grid, and then a contact page. So having the sort of social media, and then also email, phone number. All right, also we've got another artist page, a little bit more personal touches on it where there's self-portraits on a couple different pages, bio, gallery only has a few images. When you guys get to an actual website, you can have scrolling, but on this particular assignment, you can't scroll. So we just kind of show the top part of what the gallery would be. She added a fifth web page. She wanted to do that. That's fine. You do not have to do that. I also want to show you a couple of other examples of things people do. So sometimes people will put a self-portrait in the bio, which makes a lot of sense. It's your bio. You want to have, you know, something of you in there. I've seen a couple people do this. Here we have another artist site, but it's photography, so you're going to see a lot of photography throughout the site. It's also got kind of a cleaner, more structured look to it than, say, this site, and that's fine. Different sites are going to have different looks and feels to them depending on the artist and depending on what they like to do. You can see most of them are pulling their colors that are in the rest of the site from their banners. So everyone had already made their banners and they were taking that color scheme. Again, black and white mostly on his banner, so that's what he used as the color scheme here. So that's what a lot of people will do for that. Let's see. No, those pages aren't too good. But yeah, so you have a bio again with the photograph. I also want to show you a couple examples of sites that are not artist based. So this is someone who wanted to make kind of like a bar website. And this trick right here where you take a photo and you bring it into Photoshop and knock back the saturation and lighten the photo so you can put text on top of it. That is one way to put text on top of a photo and have it still be legible. Let me see. Another way is to kind of, if you have artwork in there, you kind of work your text around the artwork, right? So you have this sort of empty space in the middle of a piece of clip art, which again, I believe he knocked back. So this is less saturated than the clip art originally was. And then you put the text in the middle there. Also, you can see that you're allowed to change what some of these buttons are depending on what site you're having. This is a bar, so they have a menu page, not a gallery page. Also, you can work your text around even in an actual photograph, even one that's still high contrast. If you place it correctly, you can still make it legible, right? So there's ways to work with photography in your site. Again, here we have a sort of vignette, making it look like it's like a post-it note or like a note paper. It's containing the text, so we kind of have a reason for why there's these margins. By the way, reading things online, you don't want the lines going all the way across the page. That's a little bit harder to read. Gallery, nice and orderly. This is what HTML needs. It can't be scattered. It has to be on a grid. And you can do different things with the different pages. Again, this person wanted to sort of do a mock-up of what a contact page would be if you, instead of contacting them directly, it would be like you're kind of submitting, what you want in there, and that way people can contact you without having your direct email, so you can kind of protect yourself a little bit. We're not going to learn how to code this in HTML, but you can still make it look like it's one of those. I also have one that's completely different. This is someone who works at computer sciences, and so instead of a gallery, it's a sort of a gallery of links. These are things he's actually trained in. And the cool thing is that if I click on them, if my computer was set up properly, it would open up, there it is. It'll open up that certification. So you can go right to that site for whatever he's certified in. All right, and there you have it. And again, he's pulling from his banner in order to get the look. Um, so you can change your site to be what you need it to be. It doesn't have to be the standard home bio gallery contact. If especially the gallery, you should have a home page, you should have a contact page. You can call them different things if you want, but they should be that. There should be some sort of bio, about us, about me homepage like page, and then there should be some other page with some sort of list, whether that's a gallery or a list of drinks you serve or a list of piano lessons you teach, right? That's what should be on that gallery page. And it should be set up like a nice grid because that's what you're planning for. You're planning to put this into HTML. Also, if you're seeing artifacting on your banners, if you're not, this is just kind of what happens when we export. There's a couple of settings you can change, including changing the display to high performance or exporting at a higher DPI. But you almost need to get used to things being not this pixelated, but they are going to be softer. As soon as you export from a vector program like Illustrator, you're gonna start to see a little bit of softness, a little bit of less, flashiness. It won't be broken down this much, but it's going to be softer than you're used to. All right, so those are examples. These are all students. These are all students in this exact class. These are all students who had exactly the same amount of time you guys did. And these are the things they put together.